I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Matt.
And we just saw Avengers Infinity War, and I don't think anyone in that theater was prepared for anything. This will be a spoiler-free review. You don't have to worry about anything getting ruined for you guys, but we just kind of wanted to talk about the parts about the movie that we can talk about, things that we thought were done well, things that you can kind of look forward to as a Marvel fan. So I guess we can start like where it picks up.
Yeah, I think we can officially say it picks up exactly where Thor Ragnarok left us, which was in space with the rest of the Asgardians, and let's just say it definitely kicks it up a notch from the moment the film starts. Like, it is, to what, 2.5 hours of non-stop. Like, I've never literally been on the edge of my seat before in a film, and I could say I was for this film, indeed.
Yeah, we were talking, like, I could feel how tensed up. I physically was tensed throughout the whole movie. There's incredible action, like Matt just said. It picks up exactly where we left off, and it, like, goes hard, like you were in the middle of the story. And we won't give anything away, but
yeah,
I think
we're gonna do our best not
you
to
can
say
you can really.
I really want to, but I will not.
I'm like we can at least talk about it.
Do not say this. Do not say this.
What we can say is I was really impressed by how even all the screen time felt for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody had an amazing moment. Everybody, I feel like, had a pretty cool kind of intro.
I think, tip of the cap to the directors and the writers for making sure everyone got their time in the sun for all the 10 years of films that we've been watching. I don't think any one director could do it. I think it was great that there was the brothers, the Russos, and they just, yeah, everyone got to appear in the film, even for a split second. Even people you may not expect to see.
True. Yeah, it felt very even. And there's kind of a lot of storylines that are happening at the same time. And so there is some kind of jumping back and forth. But at no point did it ever feel, like, confusing. No. Like, I thought, like, they told all of these kind of storylines really well till, like, everybody kind of meets up together.
Yeah. I think we're still processing the film and trying to... But I couldn't say I could find a plot hole... anything. It was just like they covered all their bases. They didn't leave anybody or anything out. It was just a fully wrapped, and I gotta say the whole vibe felt a little different. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
A lot. I wouldn't say DC dark, but it was like a slowly darker tone, a more serious, but still the Marvel levity. But it had a lot more serious. I think because the stakes were so much higher in this film.
Yeah.
Thanos, it's like it's the end game. And
Thanos himself, like, it was hard to, I like had to remind myself that he was CGI. Oh. Thanos is real. Like, just from a visual aspects point alone, like, the whole movie, like, blew my mind. Like, nothing felt fake, nothing felt green screen, nothing felt CGI.
He felt like a real character. Like, that was just Josh Brolin right there.
That was
I forgot that none of Thanos is real. He's not actually there. But I think I turned to you at one point in the movie and I said, "Look at his skin. I can see those tiny hairs on his skin." It was incredible. Like, I think that's the Weta team once again.
So amazing. And I think what really, like, the stake, like you said before, the stakes are so high, and it's so cool to see all of these characters that we've been following for 10 years to finally come together. And I think if you've been a fan of the MCU since Iron Man, I don't know that anyone is really going to be disappointed.
No,
there's so many... Oh, we can't talk about anything.
I remember how excited I was when the first Avengers came, because it was like, wow, this is like the first time these amazing characters got together. Like, no movie has been this big. And now this one is just that same feeling. I haven't had that feeling since the first Avengers, but this same feeling, again, but on, 4 times the scale.
Yeah.
All these characters coming together, and it's like every geek, nerd's, comic book lover's dream is this movie.
Yeah. And I like, it's got a lot of comedy. Still, like, there's still some pretty funny moments. Like, they kind of took that and kept going from Ragnarok, so it doesn't feel like a totally different movie. It feels like fluid. But then this movie has, like, a lot of heart and a lot of, like, emotions. Like, we get to see characters kind of go down paths that we've never seen them go before. And I think that was a really interesting and cool way to help kind of tell the story to get you really emotionally invested. And I went in expecting, you only can prepare yourself like mentally so much, but I was like, I feel like this movie's going to destroy me. And
bring your tissues.
The stakes are so high. You know that when the stakes are so high that it's gonna be an emotional roller coaster because we've loved these characters for a decade.
So I was gonna say is like if you've loved these characters for a decade and been watching every film, rooting for these characters, it's gonna break your heart.
Well, Thanos pushes everybody. Thanos knows how to get what he wants, and we see these characters that we love in situations that we've never seen them even remotely in before. So it's cool to see that emotional journey and just get really more connected with these characters. And it's always like, that's one thing I loved about Iron Man 3, or when we went into Civil War, we kind of see this like Tony when he's dealing with the weight of what happened in New York. Like that was such a great moment from an Iron Man story arc, but we kind of get that sort of weight with everybody involved, which is incredible because you think you know all these characters and you think you know everybody after so long, and then Thanos just comes to destroy everything like you know about anybody. It's really incredible.
And the way they just happen to connect everybody, it's so
seamless.
It's seamless, but it also just feels like not a sense of relief, but like you're like a sense of like feeling like that's amazing. Like that's exactly what I wanted to happen when all these characters got together. It's such a good feeling inside when you see, Captain America talking to the. Well, I can't say that actually. I was about to blur out another spoiler. I'm not gonna tell it. I'm not gonna continue that.
Yeah, you're gonna like tread lightly.
Like, whoops. I was like, that's probably something I shouldn't mention right now.
Yeah, and it's one of those like I left with questions in the best way. It definitely is. I literally can't say anything other than that. Like I left with questions, but it wasn't questions about like what actually what really was going on here. But
maybe I could say this, and maybe not. But I could say I came up with this is that it's the Russo brothers' film. This is their Empire Strikes Back. If that means anything to fans out there.
I don't know. I wouldn't know that reference at all. Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing. I don't think I would be shocked if anybody left the theater disappointed.
Yeah.
And mentally prepare yourself for it. We know it's all coming. We know that it's a
great time. It's a great film. It's everything we want. Like I feel like I say this after every Marvel movie, but it's like they just keep doing it.
Yeah. Great pacing, great action. Yeah, there's some comedy, there's some heart, there's emotion. It's really a well-rounded Marvel film. Probably one of the most well-rounded Marvel films I think we've seen. Like people loved Ragnarok because it was like so funny and so different, but this like really hits the nail on the head of like everything.
They covered their bases of everything they needed to hit.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And as you can tell, it is like one of those films that's going to be very easily spoiled. So if you are looking forward to this movie, it's out in theaters April 27th. You can start seeing it as early as April 26th. So grab your tickets for this weekend because it's Infinity War. It's coming, and you guys got to get ready.
But please do it just as well as we try to do. Don't spoil it for others.
Yeah.
Keep it, keep it clean. Keep it very vague. Let other people enjoy this film for the first time as much as you did.
Cool. Awesome. See you guys later.
Bye.